Can you believe it has been over 5 years since Jinger Duggar and her husband Jeremy Vuolo welcomed their second child into the world, and the story still feels just as heartwarming as the day it broke? On a quiet Sunday night in late November 2020, the couple shared the news that their little girl, Evangeline Jo, had arrived safely, bringing pure joy after a season of quiet hope and earlier heartache. Fans of the Duggar family who had followed Jinger's journey from the early days of 19 kids and counting on were quick to celebrate. But there is so much more to this chapter than a simple birth announcement. From the meaningful name choice to the way big sister Felicity reacted and the deeper context surrounding the pregnancy, this update captured hearts for a reason. Stick around as we walk through every verified detail of how Jinger and Jeremy officially welcomed baby number 2, why it mattered so much to them, and how the moment fit into their growing life away from the Arkansas spotlight. The Duggar family first stepped into living rooms across America through TLC's 19 Kids and Counting, giving viewers a close look at Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar raising their large family under a strict faith-based lifestyle. As the children grew up, the network continued the story with Counting On, following the older siblings into marriage and parenthood. Jinger, the sixth of the 19 children, stood out for her softer presence and eventual move toward a more independent path. She met former professional soccer player Jeremy Vuolo during a mission trip, and the two began a courtship that led to their wedding in November 2016. By the time they welcomed their first daughter, Felicity Nicole, in July 2018, the couple had already settled into a quieter life that eventually took them to California. Their early years of marriage included ministry work, a shift in church community, and the everyday adjustments of young parenthood. All of that set the stage for the next chapter. In May 2020, Jinger and Jeremy shared that they were expecting again, and the news carried extra weight because it came after a miscarriage the previous fall. That earlier loss had been difficult, and the new pregnancy felt like a fresh start. Everything pointed toward a November arrival, and when the day finally came, the couple was ready to share the good news with the world. On Sunday, November 22, 2020, at 11:26 p.m., Evangeline Jo Vuolo entered the world. She weighed 7 pounds and measured 20 inches long. Jeremy later told TLC that the baby girl arrived quickly and safely, and that Jinger was recovering very well while enjoying the chance to hold her little angel. Jinger added her own words of gratitude, explaining the thoughtful meaning behind the name. Evangeline means good news, and Jo comes from Jeremy's middle name, Joseph. The choice felt especially fitting after the challenges they had faced the year before. The couple also shared a sweet update about big sister Felicity, who was 2 years old at the time. They noted that she was already in love with her little sister, even if she had no idea how much sharing would soon become part of daily life. Both parents expressed deep thankfulness to God for the gift of their new daughter. The birth came roughly 6 months after they first announced the pregnancy to People magazine, where Jinger had spoken openly about her excitement that Felicity would have a sister and that everything looked great with the baby. That earlier interview had also gently referenced the miscarriage, giving fans a fuller picture of the emotional journey. By the time Evangeline arrived, the couple was living in California, a move that had already marked a step away from the constant cameras of the Arkansas homestead. The birth itself was covered in the final seasons of Counting On, allowing longtime viewers a brief glimpse into the hospital moments and the quiet joy of the new family of 4. Jinger later posted a simple, warm photo on Instagram with a caption that echoed the same gratitude heard in their statements to media outlets. The message stayed consistent across every platform: relief, happiness, and a sense of blessing after a season of waiting. What made the announcement stand out was how carefully the couple balanced sharing the milestone while protecting their privacy. They offered just enough detail to let fans celebrate with them without turning the moment into a full media spectacle. In the weeks that followed, the family settled into the newborn routine, with Jeremy continuing his studies and work connected to their church community and Jinger adjusting to life with 2 little ones under 3. The name Evangeline Jo quickly became a favorite among fans who appreciated both its biblical echo and the personal touch of honoring Jeremy's middle name. Looking back, the arrival of their second daughter marked a clear turning point. It closed the chapter of uncertainty that had followed the miscarriage and opened a new season of everyday parenting that the couple would continue to navigate largely on their own terms, away from the weekly reality television schedule that had once defined so much of Jinger's public life. Fans reacted with an outpouring of congratulations across social media and comment sections on entertainment sites. Many expressed genuine happiness for the couple, especially those who had followed the earlier news of the miscarriage and saw Evangeline's birth as a hopeful rainbow baby moment. Comments often focused on the meaningful name and the sweet image of Felicity meeting her sister. Media coverage stayed largely positive, with outlets such as People, Today, and TLC highlighting the birth stats, the parent statements, and the couple's gratitude. Some longtime viewers noted how far Jinger had come from the early days of the family show, pointing out her more private approach to raising her children compared with the constant exposure of earlier years. A smaller number of comments touched on the broader Duggar family dynamics or the couple's move to California, but the dominant tone remained one of celebration rather than controversy. Overall, the public response reflected appreciation for a simple, happy family update at a time when many people were looking for uplifting news. As for what came next, Jinger and Jeremy continued focusing on their young family while building a quieter public presence through occasional social media posts, books, and later a podcast. They have spoken over the years about the different personalities of their daughters and the everyday joys and challenges of parenting. Viewers who want to stay current can look for any future family announcements the couple chooses to share directly, whether through their own channels or verified interviews. Jinger Duggar and Jeremy Vuolo's official welcome of their second child, Evangeline Jo, remains one of the warmer milestones in the extended Duggar story. Born on November 22, 2020, after a pregnancy that followed a difficult loss, the little girl arrived healthy and was given a name that reflected both hope and personal meaning. The couple's measured way of sharing the news, their clear gratitude, and the quiet joy surrounding big sister Felicity all combined to create a moment that felt authentic. Years later, the birth still stands as a reminder of how personal family chapters can resonate with a wider audience when they are shared with sincerity. What are your thoughts on this latest Duggar family update? Share your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another Duggar family update.